morning, everyone, and welcome to AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. And we've got flash flooding, destructive storms already appear ready for an encore before the end of the week, with a potential nor'easter in play as well. So right now, the system that's going to be the next big and widespread threat. This whole area has the risk of rain that's going to be heavy at times and potentially cause flooding or even flash flooding. So you look at the area from northeast Texas right up through Arkansas into central and southern Tennessee. This is the area that's going to get 3 to 5 inches of rain. This is the area that already has rivers and streams and creeks running at Bangful, some in moderate, some actually in major flooding, like the Waukeeta here in Arkansas. And this is an area also under a flood watch. So you can see this whole area continuing to watch that rain come down today and through tonight into tomorrow as well. So here's the setup. Our system coming in from the west drives our next developing system. Surface low, warm front pushes north. That pulls up the moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. And wait till you feel the air. It's going to feel a lot more spring-like than it has the past 2 days. Dew points going back up again, kind of like what we felt like last week. Now, with the upper level winds, we're going to see some strong, very strong upper level winds, a very classic spring-like system with that coming in, and that will help energize the risk of storms, possible severe weather. Where we have that area right here on the, I think the southern edge of the strongest of the winds, southern parts of Missouri, northern Arkansas, that's going to be an area that we watch for severe weather. But overall, this whole area is going to see rainfall. So that's why this is our first concern, is the heavy rain and the risk for flooding, river flooding, and then of course flash flooding. Here's the forecast radar. So we start this morning, fine, nothing. There's literally nothing on the radar out there. But we look at the forecast through this afternoon. The rain starts working up in through Texas and through eastern Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana. And by the way, did you notice that literally nothing falls here across the Texas Panhandle or western Oklahoma? Guys, we still are in such a drought out here, and this system is not going to bring any needed rainfall there. It's all coming to the Mississippi and Tennessee and Ohio valleys. It starts today, this afternoon, continues tonight, continues tomorrow. And tomorrow is really when we have a better chance of seeing storms that could be severe. Again, watching into Arkansas, down into northeast Texas. By Wednesday evening, we'll still see that severe risk ongoing, and we'll break down what we can expect out of that. But also the rainfall. And that's a concern because this whole area is so saturated, and we're going to be watching for more rain to come on. It shapes up in the Midwest. With this next system, the same one that's bringing us the rain to the south and the severe weather, on the northern side of it, we will be seeing some cold air getting pulled in behind it. So that's going to happen into Iowa, northern Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan. That's where you start to see the cold air pulling on in. At first, we got that overrunning, right, where the warm air runs over the cold air. So there's going to be a precip type issue thing. There's going to be that battle in the atmosphere where it's rain versus snow and who's going to win out. You'll see that happening on the radar, and you'll see it happening in the sky above you, actually, if you live in this area. So here's what happens. This is on into Thursday. So now we fast forward into Thursday morning, and we see some snow coming down. Minneapolis, more snow for us. And what a turnaround to our season, by the way. Minneapolis, it was a slow start, but we're doing quite well with snowfall. More to come across southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, Chicago, starting as rain, changing over to snow by the end. This will happen through the day on Friday. We'll see how much we get. You know, temperatures aren't crazy cold enough to get some snowfall, but I think it's going to limit us in Chicago. Elsewhere, it's about a 1 to 3 inch kind of snowfall. A few areas adding up to about 3 to 5, but not much more than that. Here's Chicago's forecast. You can see our temperatures. Again, it's a struggle. We're in the 50s today, and then 38 degrees tomorrow with that rain, and continuing into Thursday. All right, we go coast to coast right now, and we've got your Tuesday morning weather headlines. Searchers in Washington. This week, it starts with showers and storms coming back into the southern plains. We see that today, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, maybe places you might expect it for, late February, early March, and that's true. If you're going to see thunderstorms, that's probably the area to watch. We see that on Wednesday with the chance for severe weather. Hail and damaging winds. And damaging winds are probably the main threat, but you can't rule out a tornado. So we're going to have to keep watching for storms on Wednesday. As we see this whole system continue to push east, on Thursday, there is going to be enough cold air, not a ton, but enough cold air to get us a bit of snow, Wisconsin, Minnesota. But then as it pushes to the northeast, let's watch how this all comes together. So we're going to see another area of low pressure form off the coast. This happens on Friday. It's mostly too warm to really get much in the way of snowfall here along the eastern seaboard. But this is going to be a nor'easter. This is going to bring a lot of wind. This is going to be coastal erosion, coastal flooding, airport delays. Get ready for that on Friday. And then we see it pull out by Friday night. And then temperatures on Saturday, not terribly cold behind it. That's the reason why you're not going to see a lot of snow. But then by Sunday, look at this, the atmosphere reloading with another storm system right here across the middle of the country. So we're in an active pattern. And I don't know if there weren't barricades there or what would happen, but just a reminder to not go around barricades, turn around, don't drown. We're going to see more scenes like that. So that's due to river flooding. We've got a lot of rain coming into areas that already are dealing with river flooding. Flood watches are up. They start this evening from Texas to Arkansas, right into Tennessee. And it's a combination of, yes, there's going to be the river flood concerns, but also streams and creeks and just general flooding concerns are here because of how much rain is coming in on top of how much rain we just had. Same areas getting it again. Here's the pattern. Surface winds come out of the south, bring back in the moisture. Jet stream energy is a little farther north compared to where we're going to see the risk for thunderstorms, but we still have that risk for severe weather, though, with some of those stronger jet stream winds at play. Here's our warm front. Here's where we're going to see that surface low-level jet set in as we get into tonight and then tomorrow. So for today, we start the day quiet, but then showers start to pop up. Watch Texas first. This is this morning, a couple of showers, maybe 8, 9 o'clock. We start to see some rain get into Houston by lunchtime. This moves into Shreveport this afternoon when the kids get off the bus. Your evening ride in Little Rock, here we go. The rain comes in at 6 o'clock here for dinner. And then by this evening, as you go on to bed in Memphis and Nashville, the rain is coming in. So here's tonight's forecast. Rain overspreading the area. There's more to come tomorrow and into tomorrow night as well. And tomorrow we start to work in that risk of severe weather right across parts of Arkansas and northeast Texas. Now, we'll go to the northern side of the jet stream and where the cold air is going to come in. Here we go. You can see how far north the warm front gets. And as the cold air comes in behind it, we're going to see that overrunning of warm air going over the cold. There's going to be a battle in the atmosphere. We're going to be watching that rain snow line. And for places like Chicago, what do you get more of? It's probably going to be more of the rain, just looking at your temperatures. But there'll be that rain snow line potential. And of course, that's, gives you the probability for some error when it comes to your forecast. But here's a look at the forecast with rain to start and then the cold air coming in and then that snow. So Green Bay, I don't think you'll have a problem with precip type. It'll be all snow for you. Chicago, we're going to have a problem. It's going to start as rain. Do we end as snow is the big forecast challenge for you? Maybe, but do you spend any time at all in snow to get some accumulation? Probably not. Detroit, you're going to have that same battle zone setting up, but you'll spend a little more time in the snow, so you could get some accumulation there. Here's a look. It's light snow. It's a couple of inches, not much more than that across lower Michigan. Chicago, you can see nothing for you there. North of that, up towards Madison and Green Bay and Kenosha, we've got some snow for you, but it's, an inch or two and not a significant snowstorm. All right, let's go coast to coast right now. And we're going to take a look at your Tuesday morning weather headlines. One system is into the weekend in view. Of course, thunderstorms a big part of today, tonight, tomorrow, and then tomorrow night's forecast. So we'll watch that. And by the way, this is something notable that we're getting some rain in Southern California, a little bowling ball of a low out here. That moves on in, and that's the piece of energy that helps drive all of the active weather that we're going to see getting into Texas, into Arkansas, into Tennessee, the rain spreading back through the Ohio Valley, heading to the northeast. And Thursday's forecast is interesting because we're going to see low pressure in the Ohio Valley and then that transfer of energy to the coast, so a new low forms, and Friday, this is a full-blown nor'easter. A lot of wind, there'll be a lot of rain, will there be a lot of snow? Probably not, but there will be all the other aspects of a nor'easter, which is the big surf and the coastal erosion, all those concerns there. Then in the weekend, we've got another round of snow coming into the Sierra. This is great news for us here. We're sort of waiting for this March miracle to come in with the need of moisture in the west. We'll see that hopefully at least to start off your week.